Hello everybody! I am Rosa from Attack on Rosa, and for today's video, I'll be ranking romance animes on a tier list. But I am not alone today. Joining me for my romance anime tier list video is my sister Ria and my friend Tiago, who you guys might not know.
Hi everyone.
That was terrible. But it's alright. I'm Tiago. I don't think you guys know me very well.
And if you guys are new to this channel and haven't already, please be sure to smash that subscribe button and click the bell to be notified next time I upload another amazing video. Also, you guys should totally check out my community Discord server. It is rapidly growing with fun community events and also active members. Plus I'm there, which in my opinion is a major bonus. The link to it is in the description below. Cue the intro.
Wow, that was such an amazing intro.
I know.
But anyways, let's get started in this video since we have a lot of titles to cover, obviously. And how this is going to work is, if you guys don't know what a tier list is to the viewers, we're going to be placing these anime into tiers rated from S to D. S being the best of the best of the romance anime, and D being the worst of the worst. And for more rules we're going to add in is, I think we're going to have to limit at least maximum 5 for S tier, and we have to have at least one anime in D tier. And then we can balance it out for everything in between. But let's get started. The first anime on here is A Silent Voice. Now, I love A Silent Voice. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time, that and Made in Abyss. I think the relationship between Shoko and Ishida is amazing. Love their chemistry throughout the series. I think it's an easy S tier for me, but what about you guys?
I really like it too. I watched it again recently and I was like crying alone. But yeah, I really like it. I feel like watching it just makes you like want to be a better person.
I agree. I think it's also a really good anime. I enjoyed it when I watched it. I think it also like has some pretty important messages in the movie. Like it's not just one of those typical romance movies where it's, you know, it's like guy
just
and a
all
girl.
about the romance.
Yeah,
those are good though.
It's had good plot, so I'd be cool with putting it in S tier.
Yeah, S tier.
S tier? Alright. Silent Voice is the first one for S tier. I think going on the opposite side, though, for our next one is Danmachi. Danmachi, man. Bomb's favorite, your guy's brother Alan's favorite, a lot of people's overall favorite anime. But man, I'd love to put this in S tier, but honestly, I think this is such a D tier pick.
I guys hated it.
This is terrible.
Yeah, I think, you know, the D in the D tier stands for Danmachi, so let's put it there.
True.
I mean,
Very accurate.
We don't even have like an F tier, because I think it belongs in there.
We honestly could make a tier lower than D for Danmachi, but you know what? It starts with D, it works perfectly. Rosa, do you have anything to add on Danmachi?
No, I've never seen it, but I always hear you guys like meme about this and hate on it. So I don't mind putting it in D.
Yeah, you'd hate it. I wouldn't watch it if I were you.
Okay.
And the next, so let's move on then to the next one, which is Darling in the Franxx. And to replicate actually Ria's idea, I think the D tier also stands for Darling in the Franxx.
I agree completely. I honestly don't understand people's obsession with 02.
Oh, I don't get it either.
She's the most annoying character.
She's annoying and one of the most overrated characters for sure I've ever seen.
Why do people like her? Imagine just like if you were ever in a relationship with 02, it would just be every 2 minutes you'd hear darling. Like oh my god.
Maybe some people are really into that. I don't know. To me, I hate it. I don't like 02, but I also hated the whole anime. The concept I didn't like. I hated the MC. And the ending is one of the worst endings I've ever seen in my life.
Literally one of the worst.
So I think this is a mutual agreement that D stands for Don Machi and Darling in the Franxx. This was not planned, by the way, but
I mean,
that is funny.
Darling in the Franxx also should be an F tier because Franks.
Oh, but I feel like it's
So-
equal to Don Machi in terms of
Yeah,
pacing.
it really is.
I can't really say anything. I haven't seen it.
That's another one. Just don't you don't
Yeah,
have to
just
see it.
skip it. It's terrible.
Okay.
But next one is one that I actually have not seen, but I've heard really good things. This is Fruits Basket, and this is a series as a whole. It's not just one particular season. Ria, I got this from your list, so I want to hear your thoughts on Fruits Basket.
Am I the only one who's watched it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it's more of like a drama than a romance. I mean, there's obviously romance in it, but I don't know. I feel like I would put it in A tier. Like, I know a lot of people would
Okay.
put it in S, but I didn't like the ending.
The ending in the final season, or just
Yeah, like the ending in the final season. I
Hmm.
mean, I know it stuck true to like the main character's like personality and her whole vibe of like forgiving people, but I just really didn't like it.
okay.
Yeah.
But overall, you still give it an A though.
I'd give it an A tier because it was really well made.
All right.
All
A
right.
tier it is then. Next one is Horimiya. Horimiya came out last year. It was, I think, my favorite romance anime I'd say of last year. Really good. I thought it was really well made. It had a lot of hype going into it. I liked the relationship between the two mains.
Mhm.
But aside from them, I didn't really care for, honestly, the other side characters.
Agreed.
Relationships and romance too
either.
much.
Like
I just-
I thought the first half was really good, and then once they started
Yes.
focusing on the side characters, I just got bored.
Yeah, I did not care about them. I really liked the main guy, and he turned into just like a background character. I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. I thought even the anime title is a combination of the two main characters' names.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then
Exactly.
it just completely detract from that. So if I would have given the first half probably an A tier, I'd say it balances out to a B for me. Rosa, you next. What about you?
I think it started as like an S tier for me, but then it went down to like a C tier. So I'm okay with
C.
like Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty
I got
low.
bored at then. I didn't like the side characters. So I think like
Okay.
in between is like B.
Okay.
I'm okay with putting it in B.
All right. B it is. All right. Next one is a little bit of an unconventional romance, I will say. But I think it is amazing. It's Kaguya-sama Love is War. I've heard a lot of good things about the manga, but I'm only an anime watcher for this series, and I think it's so entertaining. I think it's very unconventional for most romance series, I feel. I think the entire cast across the board is really damn good, especially the main four. I think they work off each other extremely well. I'd probably put this A tier because it's also so funny. It's very humorous. But I'd
thinking
like to
A
hear
tier.
you guys' thoughts.
I had no
Say A.
complaints about it. The show
Me
was really
Personally-
funny.
Personally, I would actually put it in S tier just because of how like
Oh,
it's interesting, like it's not boring.
Mhm.
I just really
I
like
agree
the
with
character Ishigami. I think he's so funny.
Yeah.
Ishigami's my favorite. Yes.
Like,
I always feel
Ishigami
bad for him too when he's getting
Carries
bonked
the
by like
entire
Chika
show
or
for
something.
me. It's so funny, especially in like the third season. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet, but like it's so funny.
I'm watching season 3 right now. I'm not completely finished with it yet. But in season 2, I also really felt for him with his backstory.
Yeah.
But I do love Ishigami. So you'd give an S?
I'd give it an S tier.
Rosa,
say
what about
A.
you? You'll say
Mm-hmm.
A? I was leaning A coming into this. But you know what? I think looking at this list, it is really... I'm actually going to switch it to an S. I'm going to switch it to an
I
S for
don't
now,
mind.
but I might move it down depending on what else we move. But it is
Okay.
really good. It is really good. It's very unique for romance series. Alright, so the next one is one that I think really only I can talk about, maybe Ria a little bit. It's Katanagatari.
I have
Ria,
never
how
heard
far-
of this.
Yeah, Rose, I know you have not seen it. I don't know if you will. It's
I
kind
don't
of
think she'll like it.
it's by the same person that did the Monogatari series.
Never
But
seen those.
Actually, I think it's a
Ria,
different studio.
is it? Oh, it's wait, different studio, but I think same creator, like the same writer.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
might be wrong.
Yeah, I think
But
the
Ria, how
same
far
writer.
in are you?
I'm actually only on episode 2, so I don't think I can say much about it. But so far, I'm really liking it.
Okay. So for me with Katanagatari, which is also just a fun name to say, I really do like the romance part between the two characters. I think their chemistry and connection is really well done throughout the whole series, as you'll get to. The series in general is one of my favorites, I'd say. I think it's really well done with the action, the story. Each episode, it feels like its own unique story going after one of the swords. I think it's really well done. I would put it in A tier. I think that's a good spot for it. Similar to I feel like with Fruits Basket. I don't feel like I can put this in S tier also just because you guys haven't seen it. Unless it was like one of my absolute favorite anime. But I think A tier is a good spot for it.
Okay, we can
I'll
put it in A
trust
tier.
you.
Next one though is one I'll have to rely on both of you guys on. And this is Komi-san Can't Communicate. I've obviously heard the manga's amazing. I watched the first 2 episodes of the anime and dropped it because I was deciding to prioritize other fall anime. But I do want to get back to this at some point. But otherwise,
You have
this
to.
is all on you guys. This is all on you guys. I will, I
S-tier.
promise. S tier.
I love it. I really enjoyed it. I feel like the concept is like really original, and plus every single episode brings like a smile to my face. It's just really cute. So S tier.
Ria, what about you?
For me, it's not really S tier. It's more like A. I mean, I haven't finished the second season yet, and so far I'm liking the second season more than the first one. So, like,
Really,
maybe
I
it
like the
does
first one more.
really. It's just the first one. It felt like they were just introducing all the characters, so you don't really know them as well. Because I've never read the manga, so
Second season, there's like barely any development. They're just like introducing new characters though.
oh, really still.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's still A tier, just because each episode kind of just feels like an introduction to a new character, and I don't really see much in like plot development wise.
It's really enjoyable though. But I'll accept A.
Alright. Let's put in A tier then for now.
Okay.
Alright, so then the next one is Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. Am I the only one who's seen this one?
I think
I
so.
think
I've
so.
never watched it.
Okay, alright, so you guys will have to bank off me for this one. Again, this is another one that's a little bit different because it adds a little bit of fantasy elements to it, but it's fake fantasy elements because the main heroine, Rika, is sort of envisioning that she is like in a fantasy world and she has fantasy powers. So that lends to a lot of the comedic aspects of the series, I will say. And I think the main character, the main guy character, the male, he's alright. I think Rika is really funny and really well done. I like her and her sister dynamic too. Those two are fine together. I would probably say B tier. I don't want to put it in C because I actually really did enjoy it. I didn't watch the second season, I only watched the first, and I really did enjoy it. So I'll say B tier for now.
Would you
Alright.
say it's like the same level of enjoyment as Horimiya?
I would say so. Because I think consistently I enjoyed this series. Compared with Horimiya, where it actually did start off really good. I think the high of Horimiya was probably better than this. But the low of Horimiya, I would take Love, Chunibyo, and Delusions. So I think it balances out. So I'd say a B is fair enough for me, at least.
Yeah, okay, let's put in B.
Okay.
Alright. Sounds good. The next one, I'm sorry, I just laughed because I saw what the next one is.
S tier.
So the next one is Maid Sama.
Instant S tier, I'm not gonna lie.
Instant S tier. I'm not accepting anything below.
Ria, are you serious? You want to put this in S tier as well?
I
S
think we
tier.
should put it in S tier. Honestly, this is like one of the OG romance animes. It's like one of the first ones I ever watched.
It is like the ultimate shoujo. It has every single cliche.
What else
And
do you guys
plus-
like about it?
Usui Takumi. He gave me like an awakening. He made me find out I was like into blondes. I'm a proud Usui simp.
Proud Usui simp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it belongs in S
Ria, do you
tier.
feel the same way?
S tier for
S,
simp.
all right. S tier for simp.
Simp.
But what if I say I actually seen the series and I put it at D tier so it bounces out to like a B?
What?
I'm not doing the video anymore.
I'm kidding. I'm putting in S tier. I'm putting in S tier.
Yeah.
All right. Maid Sama's S tier. All right. Next one on here is the Monogatari series. And it's not just one of them like Bakemonogatari. I'm just including the whole series as a whole because I feel like it'd be a lot more complicated if we include separate seasons, separate arcs. So I feel like we're doing the whole thing. Now, Rose, I know you haven't seen it, so you can't really comment too much on this. And I'm still in the middle of watching it. I have finished, at this point, Bakemonogatari, Kizumonogatari, Nisamonogatari, and Nekomonogatari Black. I just finished about an hour ago. Up until this point, it's an A or an S for sure. I think the uniqueness of Monogatari is insane. It's completely its own style with its dialogue, with the transitions, the characters, the writing, everything. It's very unique in that way. I also love the characters. I think they're all also just very exuberant, very colorful, have a lot going on, all very different, lending to the whole dilemma and everything. I think the Monogatari series... I don't know, A or S. Ria, what about you? I'm still thinking.
For me, it's S tier. It's just so unique and so well made.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just S tier. Like, no explanations needed, you know?
That's true. It is rated highly, like everywhere. I feel like most people that watch it, it's like, oh, it's an S tier easily.
I mean, I can understand how some people can't get into it because it is a lot of dialogue.
It's also very ecchi at some points.
Yeah, I've just
No.
learned to ignore that at this point.
I'm starting to. I will say the episode 8, though, of Nisamonogatari, for anyone that
Yeah,
has
no,
seen
we
it.
don't talk about that scene.
That threw me off a little bit, but I've been starting to ignore it a little bit.
It doesn't exist in my brain.
I'm really excited, though, to start the next season, which is the Monogatari second season, which everyone says
Oh, that one's really
apparently is like
good.
the best one.
That is.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'll echo with you and put in S tier, which means we have 4 in S tier right now.
Yes.
But I mean,
Oh,
all
man.
4.
And I see the next one
pretty
coming up
good.
too.
Oh, the next one. All right, so the next one is Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun.
S tier.
And why is it an S tier, Ria?
It's so good. Like, okay, maybe it's more comedy than romance, but like, it's just so effortlessly good. Like, they don't try too hard to be funny.
Mhm.
It just comes off as like naturally funny. And I think nowadays it's really hard to actually make a comedy that's like that enjoyable.
I agree. I was completely surprised by this anime when I watched it because I wasn't expecting it to be so funny. And it's across the board hilarious. Like, all the characters, I think, are really well written. Personal favorite is obviously
Mikoshiba.
Mikoshiba. He's so funny. Every episode that he's not in, I feel like is a disgrace. He should be in every episode.
Right? It's like,
in every
where is
part.
he?
Oh, he's so funny. Especially episode 4. That killed me.
Oh god, that one's a good one.
Rosie, you haven't seen this, right?
She dropped
Like
it.
2 episodes. I've seen 2
Okay.
episodes 3 years ago and I never continued.
I would recommend continuing at some point. I feel like you would like it.
Alright. But from what I remember, it was pretty funny. I just remember like the bike episode.
The tandem
Bicycle.
bike.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I want to put an S tier as well. It is really good.
S tier.
I feel like we're having so many in S tier. Might have to move one down, but we'll see. So, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun S tier.
S tier.
Next one is my teen romantic comedy snafu, so Origairu. I do like Origairu. I did see all 3 seasons. I like Hachiman. I like the main 3. I think they're all very different. Yui is obviously the more exuberant one.
The best one.
I always like
Agreed.
Yukuno, but I did like Yui as well.
Yui, best girl.
I'd say it's between a B or an A, but I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts.
I think it's an S or A.
I think it's an A. Like
Okay.
it's not as good as the ones in S tier. It's definitely not low
No.
enough for it to be a B.
No.
I would agree with that. I think that's fair. I would probably put it like high B if I had to. I'd put, well, actually, I haven't seen the 2 that are in A tier. I've only seen Katanagatari. I haven't seen the other 2. But you guys
Maid
say
Sama
A.
deserves the spot. You can assure that.
All right, so A tier then.
A tier.
Yeah.
All right, A tier it is. Okay, the next one is Nisekoi.
No.
D tier.
I know you guys both hate Nisekoi.
Okay, the thing with Nisekoi is like it started off as like A tier. It was pretty good and like the visuals are really good. But then with the keys, just
They
dropped
kept
deep.
introducing new
Oh my
random girls.
It was terrible.
And I hate harems. I hate it.
To me, I agree. It started really good. I really liked the start. I love the concept initially of it too, where it was the mob boss's daughter and they have to get together essentially, but he likes the other girl. I thought that concept was good, but I agree it did get worse as it went on. It probably started off as a B, went to a C though for me, I'd say.
Moments
But
where
yeah.
like they almost put in the key, but then something dumb happens. Like the
Okay, the
scene
key
where
thing was stupid.
when the
thing
key
was
like
stupid.
broke in half, I like switched off my computer and just stopped the show.
I don't think I finished the second season either. I just like dropped it halfway because it got so annoying.
See, I didn't even
couldn't finish
watch the
season
second
1.
season. Oh. I at least finished season 1, but I was like, you know what, that's good enough for me. I didn't want my experience with the show to be ruined by another season.
Yeah. Like who's the orange hair girl?
Can't even remember. I don't care about them anymore. They're D tier.
Are you guys both putting it D tier?
D tier.
I mean, if there was an F tier, I'd put it in that too.
Come
Yeah.
on, it's at least better than Don Machi and Darling in the Franxx. I feel like it has to be at least C tier.
I don't know. It's like same level of annoying.
It's
I mean,
that
I'll
bad.
accept C because it started off good.
See, for me, at least with Don Machi and Darling in the Franxx, there was like nothing redeemable for me during the whole series. And Nisekoi, I at least thought like the first like 10, 12-ish episodes were really good.
Yeah.
Fine.
Thanks.
We can put it
I'd
in
put
C
C.
tier, but like a really
Yes.
low C.
All right.
Low C.
Low C.
I'm just happy at least it didn't get put with Darling in the Franxx and Don Machi. I just didn't want it in the same tier with those two. But next one is the quintessential quintuplets.
Oh, I haven't
Now,
watched
you haven't watched it?
No, I haven't.
Have you read it or just?
No, it's just
Nothing at
been on
all.
my planned list, but I keep putting it off for other stuff.
Oh, Rosa, it'll just be you and me then covering this.
Yeah.
All right, Rosie, you go first. What are your thoughts on quintessential quintuplets, and what would you give it?
My thoughts, I really like the show. I think every single one of the sisters are really funny, and they're really different. And the best girl is Yatsuba, of course. But I don't really
Mhm.
have any complaints about the show. I think it's an A tier.
For me, with romance anime, it's one of the better ones I've seen. I really liked it. I like all 5 girls, honestly. One of them, I won't spoil though, kind of dips towards the end a little bit.
Yes.
But actually, the main character though, the main guy character, I don't even remember his name. He was kind of
Futaro.
he was kind of forgettable to me. I don't know. I never really like got any connection with him. I never really.
He was
felt
so
anything with him.
oblivious to everything.
He's so oblivious. He's kind of
Yeah.
lame. The 5 girls carried the series, and honestly, all
True.
5 are really, really well handled. I feel like all of them very unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's between A or B but I really did like it. The only
I think
problem
A.
is I'm looking at this list. We're stacking the A and S tier. The A and S tier is getting stacked, and that's why I want to put it in B.
Don't worry, I see
But-
some lower ones coming up.
All right, you know, we can always rework the list at the end. I'm gonna echo the A tier because I really do like it. So we'll do A tier. Next one is Bunny Girl Senpai. Bunny Girl Senpai I thought was sweet. The main character I didn't really care for too much. I did like Mai. And I liked the connection with those two, and him like trying to help her out and everything. But I'd probably say it's a B tier. I think this will be.
So agree B tier.
I think it's B tier as well. Like, it started dragging a little for me once they started including other characters.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
another one that they did the same thing.
Yeah, like
Because then they started focusing those two going after other characters.
I would have just preferred it if they focused on like Mai, you know. But I guess that wasn't really the point of the entire anime. So I don't know.
That's true.
I think it's a B tier for me as well.
Rosa?
I really like the panda girl.
Kaede? Is that her name?
His sister.
Yeah, that was my favorite character.
Her arc was actually pretty good as well. I thought that was actually quite sad.
It was so sad.
Like her arc and Mai's arc were the best ones. The other ones I was like, not really interested. So it just dragged.
Mm-hmm.
B tier.
Ria, would you say B tier as well?
Yeah, I'd say B tier.
All right, B tier it is.
B from Bunny Girl.
Next, the
B for
next
Bunny
one.
Girl.
Oh yeah, B for Bunny Girl. Man, we're really doing well with those. The next one is Rent a Girlfriend.
F tier.
Has anyone
Really?
seen Rent a Girlfriend?
F tier.
I haven't.
Don't watch
Okay,
it.
so just-
F tier.
He gave it an F. It's between C or D for me as well. What? Because I Chizuru at least was good.
Oh,
Chizuru's better than what? Chizuru is likable. All the other girl characters sucked, and the male character lead.
I
was
hate
also
him.
really
Oh
bad.
my god.
He was so bad too.
He's so bad.
Series-
So cringy. I hate it.
Well, he wasn't just cringy, but I feel like the series in general was just very cringy. It had many
was.
uncomfortable moments.
Oh my god, I hated it.
See, this is the thing. Don Machi and Darling in the Franxx are two of like my least favorite series of all time.
I think Rent a Girlfriend
So-
deserves to be with them because I hate it just as much.
You hate it just as
It
much.
was like watching.
Wait, what
an
was so
anime
bad about the
girlfriend.
show?
All right, Ria, you give. What are your? Why do you not like it so much?
It was just okay. The main guy is so unlikable. There's no way that he would have like the attention of four, like, you know, relatively
True.
good-looking, normal like girls. Like, there's just no way.
But it's anime. I feel like there's so many
I know.
series
I
that are
feel like
like
the
that.
purpose of it was made for like, you know, someone to self-insert, you know. But like, it just it's so bad.
All right, you know, you gave me some leeway with Nisekoi for C tier. I'll put this in D tier. I'll put this D tier. I don't want to even fight on.
You know,
this, because
you
I
know
didn't
they're
even like
making
it
a
that
live
much
action
either.
of this. I don't even know why.
No. What? Why are they making a live? Why have
It's a
all
live
anime making a
action.
live
And it's
action?
funny
of
because
this?
like the poster, the guy actually looks like him.
Yeah, they look exactly
They
the
look
same.
exactly the same.
No way. Alright, I have to check that out then after this video. I didn't know they were making a live action. That's so bad. But yeah, they have a season 2 that I think episode 1 already came out.
God.
I
So
don't
many
plan on
other
watching.
animes deserve a season 2, but instead they gave it to Rent a Girlfriend. Just
Hey, but we
disappointing.
got some series. This season, we got some series that finally got season 2s. Like Devil's a Part-Timer,
I know you
Classroom
love
of
that
the
show,
Elite,
yeah.
Made in Abyss. Ah, that one's one I wanted to include on here. But anyways, let's move on to the next one, which is Spice and Wolf. I really like Spice and Wolf. I think both of the two main characters are both really good, especially Hollow, who's the wolf goddess.
Oh, Hollow's the best.
And also, it's not really... Hollow's for sure the best character. It's not even really like... It's not, again, like a stereotypical romance, because there's a lot of other stuff going on. It's more like a fantasy as well.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. Thought the concept was interesting. Like, world building was kind of cool. I'd put it in A tier for me.
Yeah, I was going between A or B, so I'll put it A. I'm fine with A. And Rosa, I'm assuming you haven't seen it, right?
Never seen it.
That's okay. All good. Next one, Sword Art Online. We actually, if for anyone that doesn't know this, we actually have a Sword Art Online expert with us today. And that is
Dr. Sal.
Dr. SAO. So Dr. SAO, Ria, I'd like to hear your thoughts first on SAO.
So, I personally would put it in C tier because it's not as bad as the ones in D tier. I definitely can't go higher than C.
You're like the Sal person.
Doesn't mean okay. That's more of a meme, and also like
And you're always simping over Kirito.
when have I no? Now Rose is just lying. You're lying to YouTube.
No, I'm not.
You're lying to all of the people who watch Attack on Tiago.
It's Attack
True.
on Rosa for this
Attack on
video.
Rosa.
Oh my goodness. Rosa, have you seen Sword Art Online?
No, I have not.
Alright, I'm just gonna make this quick. C tier, let's move on.
It's that bad?
I'm not moving it higher, are you kidding me? It's not good. It really isn't.
It's not good. I mean, it could have been good, but they just focused on the stupid stuff.
They really do focus on the stupid stuff. And honestly, if they just did Aincrad the whole time, it could have been decent. But then they rushed so many things, it felt rushed, they skipped ahead. There's so many lame arcs, like the Elfenheim arc, I could care less.
Oh my god, I hate the elves. The whole elf thing was so annoying.
So bad.
I mean, they are making a new movie, and apparently it focuses on Aincrad, so...
I doubt it'd still be higher than C.
Okay,
C tier for SAO. The next one is actually a manga, so this one doesn't even have an anime yet. This is 3 Days of Happiness. I read this about a few weeks ago, and I almost actually was borderline crying.
I did cry.
Is it that good?
I thought it's really good.
It's really sad.
It's really sad. The two characters I thought were extremely well together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked this hasn't gotten an anime yet. I don't know how it hasn't.
It should.
It should just get a movie. Just a movie, hour-and-a-half movie. I feel like they could really nail this one because it's not even long. I think it's only like 16 chapters. Really, really good. I was shocked. There's a lot of twists in it as well.
Mm.
This is an A or an S for me.
I think it's an S tier. Like, although it was only 16 chapters, I was so, like, emotionally attached to every single character. And it just tore me at the end. S tier. For sad.
Alright, then this is our first dilemma.
Oh, we have to
dilemma because we had maximum 5 for S tier.
Why did you do this?
No.
So if we're adding this, because we don't want, I can't just fill the whole list with just S's and A's. We have to make it at least a little bit different. No, it's a great rule. Alright, we have to move something down.
Wait, do we have 6 and 8?
We have 6 and A. A is fine. We can't have 6 and S.
I guess we'll have to move Kaguya then, because, I mean, we were kind of on the border with that one.
We can move quintuplets to B.
No, A is not a problem right now, Rosa.
Oh.
S tier.
Rosa, would you have 3 Days of Happiness above Kaguya-sama?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Kaguya-sama got dropped down to A.
No.
We're putting 3 Days of Happiness to S.
Bye, Ishigami.
Actually, you know what? I'm changing the ruling. I'd actually rather have Kaguya-sama S tier. I'd rather have Kaguya-sama S tier than 3 Days of Happiness. Even though I do love it. I would love to put Maid-sama down, but I can't do that.
No. Don't you dare.
I can't do that. So 3 Days of Happiness, I think I'm going to stick with A then.
Alright, fine.
I prefer Kaguya-sama. And then otherwise we'll be a stalemate. I'm keeping Kaguya-sama there.
Ishigami.
Next one. Ishigami. People, please read 3 Days of Happiness, though. It is really good.
It's really short, too.
My rule pushed it to an A tier, okay? It could be easily an S tier, so. But next one is Toradora. I didn't really like Toradora too much. I thought it was alright. I thought Taiga was kind of overrated as well. Not to the point with 02, but I didn't really like her too much. But I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts more. Rosa first.
I think it's an A tier. I think it was really enjoyable and bingeable. I love the two main characters, and Taiga is not overrated. She's amazing.
Rio, what about you?
I'm not gonna lie, I tried to watch this on 3 separate occasions, and I dropped it in the first episode every single time.
Bruh.
Like, within the first 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep twice.
Are you...
I don't know,
So-
I just thought it was kind of, like, boring.
I wasn't particularly like too interested in it either, honestly. I kept with it because I heard good things and it was really popular. Rosie, you
I
put
loved
it A?
it. I love all the characters, and plus the last episode it has one of my favorite scenes of all time in anime. So I think A tier.
I would probably put it as a B.
I mean, I can't say
I'm
much
gonna-
because I haven't really watched it.
I'm gonna overrule Rosa and put it B tier because we have so many in A. We have 7 A's and only 3 B's.
I'd say it's probably
Alright.
B2 just because, you know, I failed to get past the first
That's true.
episode 3 times.
And the fact that Ria couldn't get past episode 1, I think, also knocks it a bit.
And I've also watched all of the seasons of Sao, so you know, that's pretty bad that I couldn't get past the first episode of Toradora.
That is true. That is also very true.
You guys can put it in B, but I did not agree with it.
That's okay. Alright, we only have 3 left. The next one is Yona of the Dawn.
I love Yona.
I really like Yona of the Dawn. You can go first. What are your thoughts on it?
It was one of my first animes that I ever watched. I really liked it. Like, characters are all really interesting. I like the world building, and I like how it just doesn't focus mainly on romance. Like, it gets there eventually, but like it focuses on some other aspects that I think was cool. Also, I really like historicals, so maybe I'm biased.
Yeah, I really like historical ones too. I think they're really well done. I really liked Yona. I think, again, I really like the cast as well. Yona, I think, is a very, very strong
She's a
female
badass.
lead. She's a badass. She's awesome. I really liked her. For a female lead, she's one of my favorites. Of the female leads, I'd say on this list, she's up there.
Yeah, I agree.
I also like Hawk. Hawk was really cool.
Hawk is-
Again, it's one between A and B for me.
I'd put it in A tier.
All right, we're stacking A some more then.
Like, if
I'll
I had to choose
replicate
between
and put it
Fruits
A.
Basket and Yona, I would put Yona in A tier.
Really? Wow. We have 8 in A tier. I should have put a rule in place for A tier, but I didn't even think it stacked this much. But all right, Yona the Dawn, A tier. We have 2 left now. The next one is Your Lie in April. I want to give my thoughts on it last,
Last?
and you'll see why. Yeah, but one of you two go first.
I have not seen it, so I can't say anything.
Oh.
I already got spoiled the ending though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all knew it was coming, but
Yeah.
I feel like my opinion is not going to be a popular one. I didn't like it.
Same. Oh, I thought it was so overrated.
I thought the girl was so annoying.
I didn't really like her either.
Like, it was just so cliche. I feel like like, they really just made this anime to try and make people cry, but it ended up being, like,
Yep.
so overly cliche. It didn't feel sad at all.
100% agreed. That's why I wanted to go last, because I thought I was going to be the only one with that opinion. I thought it was so cliche. I thought it was so predictable. I think everyone knew what was going to happen in the ending, which we won't say. I didn't really like the main female character either too much. I still think overall it's solid. Like I would put it ahead of the ones in C. I'd put it in B probably. But yeah, I agree. I feel like it's an anime just made just to be emotional.
Yeah,
Just for the sake
like
of being
they just
emotional.
wanted to make a sad movie, so they put all the like sad cliches in there, and it just ends up being so
Yes,
generic, you know.
100% agreed. Where would you put it though?
Like a high C, because I feel like I would not put it
Oh,
the same with the ones in B tier.
You're really putting it in Nisekoi level.
It's not as good as Horimiya
Oh,
or Bunny Girl Senpai.
she wouldn't have Nisekoi in
Exactly.
C. I had to push for Nisekoi to
For
be
me,
in C.
Nisekoi is D tier, so
Man, we might get hate for this. I agree. I like all the ones in B tier ahead of this. Actually, I'd probably put it along the same with Toradora.
Bruh.
It's B or C. I'll put in C to make it just look a little bit more interesting. All right, we're putting in C.
it's like
We're about to
okay.
get
For
so
me,
much
it's like
hate.
if we put it in B tier, then we have to put Horimiya up to A tier.
Oh no, I can't have that.
Yeah.
No,
But there's such an A.
there's a lot in A, and I wouldn't.
And
put
Horimiya
ahead of
deserves
some
the
of those in
B.
Yeah. Okay. And
A. Horimiya is like the definition of B. I feel like
yeah, they ruined that one. Had so much potential.
they did. It could have been an easy A or S tier. They just had to keep up with the main two characters, but they didn't.
Even like the intro, the opening song was so good.
Yeah, I really like the opening. I agree.
Okay.
We only have one left, and I have fear that we may have another certain high tier. But next one is Your Name. You guys go first. What are your thoughts on Your Name?
I think it's an easy S or A. The music is amazing. The visuals are gorgeous. And like the build up and plot twists and like the dramaticness of it, it's just perfect to me.
I put it in S tier too.
I feel like there's no like boring part in the movie.
Yeah, and like honestly, the visuals were just 100% on point. Plus, they had radwimps. You know, you
plus
can't
radwimps.
put, you can't put radwimps in A tier. Like radwimps alone belongs in S tier.
Yeah, it's for sure A or S. There's no way it's lower. I think it's I would probably echo with you guys and say S tier. The visuals are phenomenal. I love the story between the two characters. I enjoyed both of them. Love Mitsuha.
Honestly,
Love
same,
the other
yeah,
guy.
like, I
don't
really
remember
like-
his name.
The two characters.
What was his name?
Taki.
Taki.
Yes, that's
No,
right.
Rosa bought a figurine
No,
of Taki.
He did.
His head fell off the first day, and I broke his foot.
That's pretty good. Alright, I think we have to put an S tier. It is really that good. The only problem is, again, we have the dilemma.
No.
Do we have to move one of these down?
Oh,
That's
no.
the thing.
Your stupid rule.
Is it Kaguya-sama? My rule is great.
It's your fault.
You know what? I'm like Thanos, alright? Want perfectly balanced, okay? I don't want just
Moving
stacked
Kaguya
up to
down.
the top. Are you moving Kaguya down?
It's your fault that Ishigami is now in A tier.
So you guys really wouldn't put like Maid-sama lower?
No. I refuse.
It's a classic. You can't put Maid-sama in A tier.
I'm really trying to push for it to be lower.
I'll riot.
Because I haven't seen it.
Rosa
but
will actually riot.
I really like the other ones. I know she'll riot.
She'll leave your server.
I really like the other ones. Alright. Kaguya-sama, I'm sorry. You're dropping down to A. Just
Let's
so sad.
go.
Hi, Ishigami.
Your
for the
name's
second
being put
time.
to S. Bye for the second time.
Should we
Alright.
move any A's down though? There's so many.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. So the list is done, but we can make revisions. So is there any, looking at the list right now, that you guys think should be moved?
Isakoi.
No.
Koi.
Keeping that C. Alright, let's look at the A's. Is there one in A that maybe we should put to B? That's the only thing, I'd say.
What about Spicy Wolf?
No,
Oh, Spice and Wolf
A.
is A. Don't even.
Did you say Spicy Wolf? No, Spice and Wolf's A for sure. Man, I don't think we can move anything down.
No, we can't. This is your fault for picking good animes and none of like the bad ones to put
Look,
into a tier.
Yeah, you need to pick more
Well-
bad one.
well, I also didn't think that you would like Maid-sama so much, Ria. I was hoping we could have Maid-sama in the A or B range.
Well,
No,
you played your
Tiago, as
script.
long as I'm here,
then
Maid-sama
I
will
was-
stay S.
I was really expecting Komi-san to be B. I was expecting some other ones to be B, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out how I envisioned it, but that's okay. The list, honestly, I think looks pretty good.
Be happy with this list.
I think it's good.
Rio, what about you?
It's good.
All right. Well, thank you guys both for joining me today. This was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We should make more.
Yeah, we should do another video sometime. Probably different genre or different characters or something.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot. And also, leave your thoughts in the comment what we got wrong. Or what should have been changed. No, not Nisekoi.
Nisekoi is wrong.
Also, leave in the comments what other tier lists I should do, or with other people. Because these are a lot of fun to make. We had a lot of time, a lot of good fun doing this today. So, yeah. Guys, thank you. This is Tiago from Attack on Tiago. And I hope you all have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.